And this was parking before?
This was parking before. And storage. But now this will be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Welcome back to Deep End with Schultz. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're at a building in Palms, West Los Angeles. This is one of the oldest buildings Schultz had. And he's going to add several more units onto this building because the city is making him strengthen the building anyway. And so rather than spend the money on just that, he's adding units. And it's in construction, as you can see. And Schultz is going to go through with us and tell us about the history of the building. Before we get into Schultz's building, I wanted to give you guys a little preview of the area. You're looking at Culver City, downtown Culver City, and this borders Palms, which is the neighborhood where Schultz is. It's about a quarter mile away. But this area has become like downtown Beverly Hills or Santa Monica. It's even trendier. New restaurants on every corner. The bars are packed, and new apartment buildings and condos on every corner. And it's right next to Sony Studios. And these are just brand new units on every corner. It's unbelievable the amount of development in this about a square mile radius. This is also downtown Culver City. You can bike from Schultz's building. And I think what's interesting is because Schultz is in an older building, which he's also fixing up, his rents are much below the market of some of these brand new units. And I think that that's why he rents so quickly, because people want to be close to this. If they come out into town or if they're from Los Angeles, they're going to want to be near downtown Culver City. As you can see, it's unbelievably nice. Sephora, Erewhon, all Trader Joe's, all the trendy markets and everything are within walking or bike distance. And I think, as you can see, I mean, look at these new buildings. And this is one block to the west of Schultz. And how he competes is he has a better rate. And people that want to be in the neighborhood and don't want to spend the enormous rents that you see here in these buildings, they're going to be with Schultz. And without further ado, Schultz is going to show us his building. So we're back with Schultz, and this is Deep End with Schultz. Hey, Schultz.
What's happening, guys?
And this is a building you've had a long time.
It is.
And so can you give us a little history on the building, Schultz?
So this building bought way back in 2003.
Right.
Started out as a 10-unit building. Neighborhood's good, Culver City area. Yeah, it's a great building. Did have some tenant issues and things like that, as we are under rent control over here. So
you have 10 units, and what are you doing right now? How many more units are you building?
Well, the area makes us do retrofit because they're 2-story buildings. Beams will be strengthened. The interior of the walls are cutting all this stuff out, so they'll add strength to the overall building for earthquake security. Also,
now, do you get subsidized for that, or is it just out of your pocket?
So there is some subsidy that you can request, government stuff, but it's really more of a joke. There's no way to get to it. One of the niceties you can do is you can charge the tenants over a 5-year plan.
Okay.
So whatever the cost is, like in this case, this is about $150,000 cost. I can charge the tenants $75,000 of that over the next 5 years and apportion it to their rent.
Okay, so even though you have to abide by the rent control, what you're saying is the city allows you to tack that on over a 5-year period?
Yes. That was the main course of action here, which was retrofit. But during that process, I realized that for the same amount of money, basically I could add up to 3 more units to the property.
Wow.
Which is a great thing. However, you do take out parking. Parking isn't necessary anymore. It used to be a necessary thing the city required. Now they don't. But what I did is I took out parking here and also in the back, but I also took out all the trees in the front, so all this will be parking.
Okay.
So you'll have 6, maybe 7 car parking here,
Okay.
and before we had 9 car parking.
So this would be one of the new units?
This is one of the new units right here.
And is this a one bedroom or a
This
studio?
will be a 1 bedroom. And
Okay.
you can kind of see where the colored marks are. That also represents it's like where the vanity is. That's where the toilet, the shower, and then over here you have sink, stove, refrigerator, and then
Okay.
cabinets here. And then all of this will be a bedroom here. And
Okay.
a little living room.
Okay.
And door will be here. This, where we're standing, will be kind of an outside little patio area for them.
Right. You add value to all your properties, and you always think outside the box. And one of them, which is just to make units right here. And then you had said the permits that cost you quite a bit, and
Permits cost me money, time, and money. But the thing about this, retrofit had to be done. So I was going to spend $110,000 anyways.
Right.
So yes, maybe I'm spending a little bit more money, but I'm adding up to 3 more units here.
Wow.
Which is in reality, that's another $10,000 a month in rents.
nice.
So how long does that take to make that up? A year?
Yeah.
Year and a half? All of this here, because we got into it, I figured I might as well replace all the drainage and the
Okay.
plumbing because we're already here. And since they already dug up the front, already took the trees out anyways, it was prime time to do the plumbing. So these are the type of things that are very cost effective, and if you plan out your strategy, you will save money in the long run. Because had I not done this now and waited, I would have to break open concrete, have to start over with all of that. It would be a big nightmare.
So is this like a mainline sewer?
It's the mainline sewer that had to be cut anyways from over there to here. So I put new PVC there, and there's another main line here from the building, which every 3 or 4 months I'd have to have somebody come out and snake out because
Just
of
old
these
pipes.
big trees were getting in there, old pipes.
Right.
So this is prime time.
And what units do we have here? Is this a 1 unit right here?
So this is one in the front, and then upstairs is a 2-bedroom, and that one's vacant right now.
Okay. All right. And so
this will change. This will be a pathway instead of the path here. This is all driveway. Then you'll walk in here, as opposed to before. This is where the trees were.
okay,
You'll
and
walk
then
in here.
this instead will be parking.
This will all be parked.
So so you're
You'll
it's
come to this. You'll come to the gate here. Open the gate here. Then you'll go in and do all this stuff. And we can see the upstairs unit if you want to take a look at it.
yeah. Let's take a look.
Okay.
So is this furnished, Schultz?
This is a furnished one, yeah. So I do short-term vacation and housing for nurses. So this is, balcony.
It's nice, huh? So you redid it.
Redid it, got everything in it. I've gotten the furnished system down to an art in the sense that everything I have is either on Wayfair or on Amazon. My cost is $2,200 for everything you see here. Talking about TVs, couch, everything you see here, I've got it down to an art.
Okay, and they just come in and
Come
boom.
in, drop it off.
And you said that these are primarily kind of like nurses and beds, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't need anything else, right?
It's ready to go. I think it's easy. you know, beds are comfy. They're gel beds. Got a little desk here to work on if they need to. Yeah, pretty easy. Nothing major.
And like you said, the area is really popular.
Yeah, you got Sony Studios right here. You've got restaurants and everything else right around here. So, yeah, I'll show you the back. It's all on electric, so it just makes life easy. So when
You could almost have them check in without even.
don't do anything. This also notifies me.
No kidding. So you like if you were to do like an Airbnb, but this is better because
I can change the code virtually. This is a long-term renter. And then go into the back of the building. I'll show you the new one.
And are the rest of these just long-term renters?
Long-term renters, yeah.
So they're,
So they're
essentially, is this part of the retrofit or part
They're
of
going to widen this wall. See, if you look at the marks they put on here. So this is the existing wall. They're going to widen it.
so that fits to specs, right?
Whatever
Whatever they
reason, the
want.
retrofit they need it to be that way. And they exposed all this, so you can.
And this was parking before.
This was parking before, and storage. But now this will be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Or actually, it's going to be 2 1-bedroom units.
2 1-bedroom units. Why not go 2-bedroom, 2-bath, or 3-bedroom instead? But it's just a decision.
Depends. You know, I think studios and 1-bedrooms are easier and quicker to rent, but you have more of a turnover. But you get more money per unit. So, for instance, 1-bedroom units in the neighborhood will get about $2,200 a month. As a 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit, probably getting about $3,000, maybe $3,200. So,
Okay.
2 1-bedrooms getting $4,400.
So you get more, right?
Yeah, or 2-bedroom, 2-bath getting about $3,200.
Can you explain to us a little bit about so again, you said now you're not required as a landlord or someone who owns apartments to have parking any longer, but you are offering it. But
Yes, correct. But
okay,
you can see behind you, this is going to be 60 units right here. So
and that's all apartment building,
all apartment buildings.
and they've redone like the whole area, right?
Well, the whole area blocked. I mean, it's just everything around here is crazy.
So you're going to be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You're going to be able to do your retrofit, and you're going to be able to do your units.
Exactly. That's the whole point of it. I was going to spend the money anyways.
Yeah, you're going to spend money anyway. So,
Might as well gain something out of it. And long term, I mean, think about it. It only makes sense long term.
why not tear the whole thing down and do something like what we see next door? Why do that versus this? It's just, or is it just something you're more comfortable with? You know this.
If I could, I mean, I've got tenants in there, so I'd have to get all the tenants out, which is also another problem. So harder to get, 7 or 8,
And also, why mess with it? If you're able to add your units, they're going to rent anyway because of the area, right?
Truth be told is that, if I had my way, I would take everybody out and redo the whole building. Because what I could do with the building nowadays is I could put 17 units here.
Okay.
And that would be great.
What is there now?
Except now there's 10 and I'm
plus
adding
3.
3. Yeah.
So you're saying this lot would be permitted for about 17?
17 because I can go one more floor up.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But again, you got to think cost of knocking it down, kicking the tenants out, and then time that it takes to build and cost to build.
Right.
So 17 units, what is that? That's going to be roughly 15,000 square feet. 15,000 square feet times, even if you did it cheap, $200 a square foot, still looking at $3 million build. And now you're in it. I owe money on it.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I build for 3 plus what I owe, another 1, 2, let's say. So now I'm in it for 4.2. My cost of that money is $25,000 a month, $30,000 a month. So now the property brings in new units. This is how I factor my things. New units coming in. I'm probably doing about $40,000 a month. Minus my 25, I'm making 15, maybe 20 grand a month of cash flow. But it took me a while.
It took you a while, and then you had some.
I can do that now.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it